What's up, guys? Welcome to the Being Beautifully Honest podcast and channel. Thanks for being here, for being subscribed. Thanks so much that if you're not subscribed, you've went ahead and hit that subscribe button. And while you're at it, hit the like button. It's like walking in the room and hitting that light switch. Let's brighten up the place and get into this conversation. I'm only talking about this situation because I just want to share my views on Tamar Braxton. And before I share my views on Tamar Braxton, I want to play this just to share my point because it was exhausting listening to this. And so let's just go ahead and get into it because Jessiewoo and Tamar Braxton, they're co-workers, supposed to be friends, and some situation happened. And honestly, I speak from the perspective of a woman. Myself, I would see as being, somewhat private. And I find it a little bit comical, but also a bit ridiculous when I see people who are supposed to know each other in real life doing videos like this where they're talking about the other person, but it's almost like they're talking to the person but not talking to the person, if you know what I mean. And they're doing these videos and putting it out here on social media for we who don't even know these people to sit and listen to or watch and just pretty much sit there and eat our popcorn and enjoy the show because it's somewhat entertainment, but it's supposed to be real life. And it's like, why are you putting this information out here for everyone to listen to? Like, this should be between the two of you, not about you two for thousands or maybe possibly millions of people to sit and listen to and share their views and perspectives on the situation. I just feel that it's really weird. But let me just go ahead and play this. It's a little bit lengthy, but I want to play it just before I talk about it to get into my point about Tamar Braxton.
Here to defend my ship, I'm not even coming here to defend JR as a person. People feel how they feel. I know that a lot of people are angry with me about, my own decisions, and that's okay. I'm really coming here because I just feel like my character has been questioned, and I just feel like this is like a gravy train to assassinate Tamar character because it's, very easy to do. You know what I mean? I guess from watching me from Braxton Family Values for all of these years and, me being who I was on reality television, makes people believe that's who you are in real life,
We got to pause it right there for a moment. No, that is who she is in real life. I'm sorry. I'm not saying she doesn't have different sides to her and that she's, doesn't go through things and she doesn't have her up and down moments, but this is pretty much who she is. So to say, sometimes people get it twisted because they see me on a reality show and they think that's who you really are. That is who you really are. So now she's trying to spin this narrative as if, it's the thing where some people say, oh, the editors, the way they edited me on the show. No, they showed what you put out there.
I was talking about this for years. But what I also have been talking about for years is how much I stand against people being bullying people, treating people unkind and unfair. And I believe that has happened to me by my friend, or who I thought was my friend, Jessiewoo. And this is the only reason why I'm making this video, because now I feel like I have to, unfortunately, show personal text to defend my character. And I will not be assassinated under, conditions that are just not the truth. I'm just not going to do that because I worked too hard on my mental health. I've worked too hard on, just making sure I become a better human being. And I'm just not going to stand for it because somebody wants likes and I guess notoriety, because I've been trying to put the pieces of the puzzle together to these last couple of hurtful days because nothing happened. I didn't have a falling out with Jessie. I didn't have a conversation with Jessie since December, when the last time we filmed together. We don't even film together at Dishnation. And I don't even have a clue where this is blossoming from. We don't have a hostile work environment. Dishnation is an amazing job. We work with amazing people. I get along with every single person there. I've never had an argument at Dishnation. I come in. Sometimes I bring food. Sometimes, and I speak to every person. I say good morning. I'm usually there first. I say good morning to everyone. We have chit chat, in the hallway, laugh, kiki, talk about diets, talk about life. I invited every single person to my concert, the same concert that Jessie opened up for me 2 nights in a row. And I'm just, I don't know, guys. For once, I am at a loss of words because, I feel terrible. I feel terrible because now I have to do what somebody has done to me and show personal text. And I said I would never do that, but let's get into it.
Pausing it for a moment. So you heard her talk about she worked too hard on her mental health, but yet, do you think this contributes to a healthy mental health scenario by coming out here and doing all of this stuff on social media? Because you're going to have your followers and your supporters and the people who are going to be on your side, but you're definitely going to get a lot of backlash. And if you feel like you need to defend yourself, you don't owe it to the general public to have to do that, even though jessiewoo did come out and put this stuff out on social media. For her to be someone who, let's just remember, who had been in a state of what she shared, wanting to take her own life, I don't think that this was the right way to go about this. I get it. Some people feel like, well, jessiewoo put her on blast and put all this information out on social media, so she needed to respond to it. But I don't think that this was a good look, and I'm just going to continue to play it to make my point.
All right, y'all. So I am taking 100% accountability. What I am saying is crazy, and let me just tell you why what I'm saying is crazy. Number one, I am wasted. I am frustrated. I am broken. I am so upset because the person that we're talking about came to the Cinco de Mayo. Actually, my Cinco de Mayo event. Why was it my Cinco de Mayo event? Well, because Cinco de Mayo, fun fact, is Tamarbraxton Day in Houston. So every single year, I celebrate Cinco de Mayo, and I have an event. Every Tamartian in the world knows that. So I don't know why she said that this was supposed to be an all-girls event. No, ma'am. Not only did she bring her homegirls, but other people who worked at Dishnation was there, and they were supposed to bring their spouse too. They just didn't come until we went to the second location. But let's just get into these texts. All of these texts, mind you, this happened in November. This text messages happened in November, the beginning of November. So I don't know why this is coming out now. So you can see through the text, I am not speaking about Jessie. I would never, ever threaten my friend. Okay? So let's get into the second one. So, mind you, I'm going in. And the reason why I'm going in is because this person was at the Cinco de Mayo party of mine. Now, it was only like 8 of us. Okay? So I'm feeling like upset. I feel betrayed. Like, girl, your friend who you invited to my party is trying to talk, to my ex. Now, y'all got to understand, like, when you got an ex, and first of all, me and Jay shouldn't have been communicating anyway, but we were communicating. We was trying to be friends. We have a whole family, together. It was trying to be cool, for the kids or whatever. And it just wasn't a good idea to still try to be friends, right? But I am upset because he is outside, and the reason why I'm still going in is because Jessie said that the girl is not her friend. So I'm not thinking, I'm really saying something wrong. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying something wrong because I'm saying something wrong, but I'm not saying nothing wrong because Jessie said that's not her homegirl. So I'm not disrespecting you, Jessie. Next slide. Y'all, not even gonna hold you. I was irate and out of control. Number one, like I said, I was drinking. I was at home by myself. You know what I'm saying? I was just going off. And the girl name is Maggie, right? And when I talked to Jessie on the phone during this whole rant, she had told me she don't that girl. And the girl got a boyfriend. And the girl be cheating on her boyfriend. So,
do you hear how messy that sounds? Now, if you didn't hear jessiewoo's video that she put out, and she was talking about her friend, she never named the friend. It was left up for people to speculate, to guess, but she never named the person. So Tamar knew what she was doing when she named that person, when she put a name on it, right? She was like, I'm going to say her name. And she just said it being messy. And the girl's probably like, why are you putting me out here like that? So she's like, the girl's name is so-and-so. The girl's name is Maggie. Why was that relevant for the general public? She said that because she needed some people, if not just a person, some people to know that, yeah, I'm going there. I'm going there with this. Messy. But she claimed that she's done all this work on herself all of these years to be in a place that's better for her mental, and this is just not it.
The last time she saw her, she paid her debts. That's not her girl. You know what I'm saying? So I promise y'all, I did not know back in November that this would ever come up again when I was in a broken place, thinking I'm in a safe place with my homegirl. And as you can see down below, I'm not tripping because somebody's trying to talk to Jay, right? I'm tripping because this the same person who was cackalaking, throwing them back, having a blast, put us up in her story, as you can see below. You see how she posted us all in the story. And I was just like, well, damn, this is what we doing out here? Like, we all gonna hang out together, and the second we break up, you trying to holler at somebody? I just think that is crazy, and I just think that just breaks all types of girl codes. Okay, y'all, so as you can see, me and Jess had a conversation the very next day about, my text to her, when I was upset, right? November 8th at 1:50, me, hey sis, love you, upside down. Love you too, you doing better. I said, yeah, Atlanta is toxic. I called her. We talked about this. We laughed, we kikied about it like girlfriends. I had no reason to believe. Now, I don't know. I had absolutely, if you can read, y'all, we are talking like homegirls. I had absolutely no reason to believe that she was offended and felt threatened, and I threatened her and her friend. Oh my God. And now the workspace is toxic. You are not you. And the same racist and the same Santa Claus that when you got drunk at my Cinco de Mayo event carried your big ass down them steps.
Okay, you hear her, right? And look, like I said, I'm not saying I'm above listening to other people being messy, and because it's like a train wreck, you can't kind of help but watch it if it's in your face, if you're passing by it. Am I going to jump in there and get involved in it? No, but her being messy, saying he picked up and carried your big, see, this is what I'm talking about, right? And showing text messages. Are we in Judge Mathis's court? Are we in first of all, Judge Judy, she'd be like, listen, get to the facts. I don't want to hear all of this extra. Okay. But Judge Mathis, he's messy. He's all for the extra. Like, he wants to start from the very beginning. You sharing information that's absolutely irrelevant to the case, right? So he would be all here for it. So yeah, maybe they felt like, or she felt like she was in Judge Mathis's court and she wanted to share all of the nitty gritty details because he loves to sit there and to enjoy the gossip. But to listen to her say the things that she's saying about Jessiewoo, about her being drunk, saying he carried your big ass, blah, 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 blah. You know, this is what I'm talking about. How is this enabling a healthy mental state for her? Absolutely not.
In the rain into Maggie's car. That one, right? Yeah. Like, nobody was ever mean to her. Listen, I had her back in her face and behind her back. You know what I'm saying? When everybody, my whole team was like, why is she opening up for you? She can't sing, blah, blah, blah. I'm like,
okay, see the shadiness. She can't sing. I had all these people telling me, why you have her opening up for you? She can't sing. Yeah, okay. But if someone says something negative about her, that would be something that could possibly tear down her self-esteem, then it's all about her mental wellness. But you can discuss other people's, maybe their shortcomings or whatever. I'm not familiar with Jessiewoo and her singing in that way, so I can't attest to that, but I'm just saying.
I know, that's my friend. You know, she's been trying a long time, and I like her, and I like her music. I fought for her. Yes, it's my company, but still, you know, like, you still got a team. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's given very much. I really did. I was her biggest cheerleader. I had no idea. So when I unfollowed her last week when her video that she made 3 weeks ago was circling through dishnation, and everybody was saying how disrespectful she was about speaking negatively about me. And when I got engaged, because that's why she got unfollowed, because my feelings was hurt. That was my friend. And so publicly, you're speaking negatively about the same racist guy who you call racist, same person who helped you when you was like, you threw up at the restaurant, Jessie. It was embarrassing.
Okay, like, why do we need to know that, right? She says she was hurt, but clearly she's still hurt, very pissed, and she wants to embarrass Jessie, and her sharing this bit of information that's really useless information for the general public to know, but it's to put Jessie in a light of being this toxic drunk, pretty much.
He helped you, and this is the same person that you were going in like, I'm lost. As you can see, I'm cheering for her. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's in Ghana. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, girl, you're so beautiful and smart and you funny. I'm trying to encourage my friend. Where do you feel threatened, Linda? She all the way feeling like she's not likable to men. She all the way feeling like she a lost cause. And I'm like, girl, stop saying that. The universe is listening. You know what I'm saying? Like, girl, it's all a lie. You know what I mean?
See, she's sharing personal conversations, if it's even really real. But I'm just saying, she's sharing personal conversations that she has had with Jessie. They're supposed to be friends, not just coworkers. And she's sharing personal information. See, this is why I'm saying I've always felt this way when it comes to these work friendships. These people are not really your friends. These are people that you work with. Had it not been for you working together, would you be friends? I'm not saying that you may not strike up more of a cordial situation and you may have more in common with this person where you feel like you can have lunch with this person and talk with them or whatever while you're at work. And maybe you may even meet up outside of work. But are you absolutely really friends? More times than not, no. And that's why you have to really be careful about the information that you share with people that you work with. Because look at this. This is absolutely ridiculous.
going on a land of men like everybody else do, like girlfriends do not. And none of these say nothing about JR. I was not obsessing over him. Why? I had cut off all communication with him after that text, after that night. I'm just going to keep it a buck with y'all. And with you, Jessie. I unfollowed you because you made a video that was circling around Dishnation streets. And it made its way to me where you were laughing at your friend in front of the world. Somebody who helped you, somebody who supported you, somebody who gave you an opportunity that nobody has ever done. Out the goodness and the kindness of my heart, because I believed in you, you got on YouTube and laughed in my face.
All right, so out of the goodness and kindness of my heart, if it was out of the goodness and kindness of her heart, if Jessie said some things and did some things that were hurtful to her, but you did what you said you did out of the goodness and kindness of your heart, then this is not the way to handle it. I know some people may be tired of being the bigger person and whatever, but I just don't see this ending well, and that it was whatever you did was truly out of the goodness and kindness of your heart. Because listen, she's the main one talking about her mental health, but a lot of people were going in on this proposal video of her ex-fiance, ex-boyfriend, now I guess boyfriend again, getting re-engaged by proposing to her again at Christmas time. And I saw a lot of the comments. A lot of people were just like, okay, here we go again. So if what she said, because Jessie said that they were all talking about the video because they talk about things that are trending, pop culture, stuff online and whatever, that was something that they all discussed. Listen, I don't know how it gets to the point where they would have a situation with someone who was actually on the show being discussed and talked about, even if it is trending, because there are other topics that they could have talked about. Absolutely. I'm not saying that they should have been talking about it, but if they were and it hurt her and she said this was her friend and she did some things for her out of the kindness of her heart, you come onto the internet to do this soliloquy response showing text messages talking about how she got drunk. She was having to be carried out of the place by her Santa Claus, Colonel Sanders looking fiance, and how she threw up in the restaurant or whatever. It's like, okay, you want to laugh at me? I'm going to ruin you and embarrass you and make you feel like I felt. But she claimed that she was doing some things out of the kindness of her heart for her supposed friend, Jessie.
Friend. So that's why I unfollowed you. It wasn't about this story that you made up for the fans to make people think that, you know, I'm a horrible person, because you said yourself. I love Tamar. I work with Tamar. Tamar has been nothing but nice to me. Yeah, I've been nothing but nice to you. So which one is it? Is it that you feel threatened and I threaten you and your friend and I'm this horrible person, I make your work environment horrible and you will have peace and I don't bring peace to the table? Or is it that I'm a nice person? I love Tamar. I work with Tamar. Tamar has been nothing but nice to me. And I've been nothing but nice to you. You said that December. Those text messages happened in November. So why are you doing this? What are you doing? Because I don't know where any of this came from. I watched the video in horror along with y'all. Like, where is this coming from? Because, first of all, she said, she will have peace in the workspace. When has there not been peace? We've never had a falling out at Dishnation. She said, I got my friend hired at Dish. I guess she was trying to imply that I wanted, to kind of beef up my team over there. No, I met Darius on the Queen's Court. I saw him at Dishnation when he got hired at Dishnation, and then he started working for me part-time to do my social media. So that is how that happened, you know? And then she said that she is in Lonnie Love. She's worse. That we do agree on. We definitely agree on. I do believe that you're worse than Lonnie Love. Because out of everything that ever happened with me and the girls from The Real, who I am really good friends with to this day, she's never shared a personal text message. And she also said on The Breakfast Club that I am a good person.
And then I know Tamar because she's a good person.
She never lied and said that I caused the work environment to be hostile like you did. You're absolutely right on that.
So she's talking about Lonnie Love and how she never shared text messages, but yet she was sitting here sharing jessiewoo's text messages. I don't know. Just let me know if that makes sense to you.
And also, another thing that you lied about, this thing, was that the girl would never be interested in Jay, whatever, because we met, all of y'all was at all black girl, whatever you said. No, he never told me that. He said that they ran into each other at a restaurant, MCK, I believe. And so if that's what she told you, I guess she was trying to lie to you. Well, y'all not friends, so I don't know. Y'all friends, not be friends, could be friends. I don't know. I don't know. But I'm just appalled, Jessie, because you were the main person who came to me and told me that I was right about Candy. And you get up here and tell these people that I accuse Candy of something that you know happened to me. And I just can't believe, I don't know where this is coming from. I don't know what the angle is, but I will not allow you to let people think that I caused your work environment to be hostile when the last time we shot was that day of JR's Christmas party that I didn't invite you to. JR and I had just gotten back together. You wasn't invited, sweetie. I invited Sherry. I invited Darius. And I also invited Travis. And I also invited my hairstylist, Ebony, who could not come. We were in the hall. First of all, you didn't catch me saying nothing foul about nobody in no elevator. Why? Because I don't do that. I like everybody I work with. Now, what foul stuff do I have to say about anybody? We're going to a Christmas party. We're excited to go. We're about to have a ball. And in general talking, I did ask you what you was doing. Isn't that a general thing to say to somebody that you're friendly with, Jessie? Yes, it is. And if I invited you, sweet pea, pumpkin pie, why didn't I send you the invite?
All right. So listen, I could play more because it goes on for probably another 10 minutes. But honestly, is it even worth it? You hear her saying, I didn't invite you. And she's speaking to her, but you're not speaking to her. You're speaking to the public and sharing all of this information. This is a conversation that they needed to have with each other, not via social media. I'm not here to say that jessiewoo was right and Tamar was wrong, because I'm honestly not on anyone's side, because initially when I listened to it and I heard jessiewoo's video commentary, I didn't listen to the entirety of it, or maybe I did. To be honest with you, it was just not that I really care that much about it, so I don't remember every detail. But her talking about people telling her that Tamar unfollowed her and she went and saw that she unfollowed her. These are two adults. These are supposed to be not even supposed to be, they are two adults that should be acting like adults. And we're now in this age where people are talking about this person unfollowed me because of this, and now I'm going to talk about what happened. And it's just like strange. This is really, really weird. I don't know if this is supposed to be the norm these days, but it's just very strange. But in terms of Tamar Braxton, here's what I wanted to say. In light of all of the years, all of the different shows that she's been on reality TV, game shows, reality game shows, whatever, now being on Dishnation, and she was on The Real, and all of these different things. She has, and even recently, in a few months back, where the story went viral about her assistant hairstylist at the time, James Wright Chanel, and how he was attacked by Krishan Rock at Tamar's show, and how she didn't really speak about it at first, and then she came out and talked about it, and she didn't really want to say too much, and she didn't really want to say anything much about Krishan, because I felt, my personal opinion is, she didn't want to get attacked by Krishan's followers, but I also felt like she asked Krishan to come to her show and to come on the stage and do whatever she was supposed to do because of the following that Krishan had. It wasn't like she was saying, I see her as a little sister, she's from Baltimore like I am, and I wanted to try to maybe uplift her in some way and show her some different, aspects of life and whatever. But I felt like it was a clout thing. It was in terms of gaining more views and eyes on herself. I'm not saying that she needed that, but did she want it? Yeah, and she didn't get the attention that she was looking for from that situation transpiring, her inviting Krishan to her show, and then the multiple videos that she came out and talked about the situation, and it's like the drama, it doesn't really pursue her. It's at this point, we just kind of have to say she is the drama, when her now fiance for the second time, who, when he broke up with her, he did it in a public way, did it on social media, did it via social media post, talked about how she is drama and he wants to, get away from the drama. I don't have it verbatim, but that's pretty much what he was implying. Even though I feel that he is a clout chaser as well, I didn't think that anything that he said was a lie about her. And then when Tommy exposed him because of what Tamar said about how she had to go and get her man back because, that man who may have went out on a date with, and took a crackhead to a basketball game. Like, that was just, I didn't come out and talk about that. I was just like, this woman, for God's sake, cannot keep herself out of the drama. She cannot help herself. She cannot help but say something that is going to be seen as problematic. So this soliloquy, her coming out, saying all of the things that she said, sharing the text messages, talking about Jessie throwing up at the restaurant and having to get carried out by her Santa Claus, Colonel Sanders looking fiance or whatever, it's just a lot. And it's tiring. And it's like, how much more can we take, And then when people talk about their mental health, but they're like this, it honestly makes me question, are you really dealing with some mental health issues? Was the attempt to take your life even real? And listen, I'm not making light of it because I am the wife of someone that has complex PTSD. So I definitely would not make light of someone going through mental health struggles and, having those moments where they don't feel like they want to live anymore. It's not a joke. But I'm just saying all of this stuff, it just makes me question. It does. So I wanted to talk about this because I listened to it and I was just like sitting there kind of rolling my eyes up. Like, is this really happening right now? These two should be speaking to each other, not at each other on social media for everyone else to hear, especially at the age that they are. It's almost like you're listening to two chicks in high school. it's just really weird. And so I just wanted to talk about that, and I would love to know what you guys think about it. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Thanks so much for being here, for liking and subscribing. I'm Beth, just being beautifully honest. So until the next time, I wanted to keep it brief, beautiful, and I'm going to say bye.